The way the government of the Gambia spends is just mind-blowing. Despite the country being gripped by a massive fiscal deficit, the government doesn't look like they give a damn. The president of the Gambian Adama Barrow has just pre-financed and received 89 new, high-end luxury vehicles in the name of the OIC summit, despite not being able to afford them. Does this make sense? Could there be underlying, brutal consequences to this recklessness? Let's do a quick critical appraisal of this uncalculated move by the government. Trust us, the consequences of this move are seriously damning, as you're about to find out shortly. Let's dive right in. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation, widely known as OIC Summit, is a significant event that brings together leaders from 57 Muslim-majority countries to discuss common challenges, foster cooperation, and promote solidarity among member states. Since its establishment in 1969, the OIC has served as a platform for addressing political, economic, social, and cultural issues facing the Islamic world. The Gambia will be hosting the 15th session on the 4th and 5th of May, just like our neighbor Senegal, who hosted the 11th session in 2008. The OIC Summit is headquartered in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and typically convenes every few years, providing an opportunity for member states to engage in dialogue and collaboration on a wide range of topics. These may include issues such as conflict resolution, humanitarian aid, economic development, religious tolerance, and counterterrorism efforts. One of the primary objectives of the OIC Summit is to promote unity and solidarity among Muslim nations, particularly in the face of external pressures and conflicts. By coming together, member states can leverage their collective strength to address common challenges and advocate for the interests of the Muslim world on the global stage. Overall, the OIC Summit plays a vital role in promoting cooperation, solidarity, and development within the Muslim world, while also advocating for the interests of member states on the global stage. By fostering dialogue and collaboration, the summit contributes to efforts to address common challenges and build a more peaceful and prosperous future for all. The OIC brought $300 million funding to the Gambia for infrastructural projects, in which we saw the construction of the Bartil-Harding Highway, commonly known as OIC Road, the VVIP Lounge at the Banjul International Airport, as well as over 20 feeder roads in the Gambia. This is a step towards the right direction, and it will go down in history as a success story for President Adama Barrow. However, does the government need to purchase these 89 top-end luxury vehicles for the OIC Summit? This is the $1 million question one need to ask the government. This purchase was made on a pre-finished basis, which means another party funds the project. Espace Motors provided the funds on behalf of the government instead of the government itself. Now, why did Espace Motors fund this project? Well, according to the CEO of the QE Group, Mohammed Jah, the government doesn't have the funds to be able to purchase these vehicles. The Q Group stepped in to fund this project, which means the government will need to pay the money back at some point, which automatically makes it a loan. So clearly the government is too broke to afford the procurement of these vehicles. But here is the question: is it necessary? Absolutely not, and here is why. The Gambia is in a severe debt distress right now, with the debt to GDP surging by 120% in 2020. This is largely due to Adama Barrow's heavy foot on borrowing, with him forecasted to have borrowed up to $700 million since 2017, in just a short period according to the World Bank. This amount is equivalent to 72% of what both Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara and Yahya Jammeh put together have borrowed in 51 years. To put it simply, what Adama Barrow has borrowed in just 7 years is 72% of what both Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara and Yahya Jammeh have borrowed in 51 years. Evidently, this shows the colossal financial illiteracy of the government. It is almost comparable to someone who did not even go to school. Based on this, the government should by all means avoid unnecessary debts. Spending millions of dollars in the procurement of these 89 luxury vehicles is very unnecessary, and it only means one thing: more debt distress for the country. Besides, what is going to happen to these vehicles after the OIC Summit? After just a 2 days program, the vehicles will no longer have any tangible use. The people the government is trying to please will turn their backs after the OIC Summit, and they won't care about the kind of vehicle they have entered since their arrival in the Gambia. This is a humble request to please support our work by liking this video and subscribing to the African Pacific YouTube channel, a Gambian-owned channel looking into the affairs of the Gambia that are often ignored by mainstream media. Please show your support by liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. Instead of buying this much vehicles, why not rent, at least which will cost way less money in the first place, and return them after the OIC summit. There are lots of top luxury vehicles in the Gambia. The government could have rented those at a much cheaper price instead of buying. The government of the Gambia is just a serious joke. Their carelessness and nonchalant attitude towards public funds is written all over them. They are a serious case of public mismanagement and a financial and economic cataclysmic collapse waiting to happen. It only shows their incompetence. With this, the Gambia is heading straight to becoming a failed state, if not a failed state already, all thanks to one man Adama Barrow and his power-hungry surrogates. This is a polite reminder to please like this video and subscribe to the African Pacific YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. In conclusion, the ignorance of the government in financial matters is once again evident in their unnecessary procurement of these very expensive vehicles. As Adama Barrow refuses to do the right thing by stepping down, collateral damage of the Gambia both financially and economically will accelerate. If care is not taken, there will be nothing left to repair. Question: can the Gambia become a thriving state once again? Are all hopes of the new prosperous Gambia blown away? Comment down below. This is the end of this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.